Ladies and gentlemen, it is new bike day. So what we have here today is a 72 volt bike from Throne Cycles. They make bicycles. I actually have a few friends who ride Throne bicycles. They are a California based company, and this is their first foray into e-bikes. As far as I know, this is 72 volts. Should go toe to toe with my E-Ride Pro. Only one way to find out. Let's unbox it. Let's ride it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This box is small. This is about the size of a Light box. I have no idea what to expect with the size of this bike. Take a look here. Good looking bike. Got some zip ties we got to cut. Bars we got to install. It looks to be about it. Let's get to it. Take off the hairnet. Got a fender. Don't need this. Nice straps, but I have like 1,000 of these, so I don't need any more. Beautiful. All right, here's what you got when you get through most of the packaging. Black pegs. Right, the plastic here is like embedded into the headlight. Need like an X-Acto knife to really, yeah, we're gonna have some plastic for this bike's entire life probably. Got 2 boxes. Oh, we gotta put the display on. Great. Yep, and a peg. Okay. A little bit more installation than I like usually, but it's okay, we'll get through it. Collectors, you know where these are gonna go. Cone spacers, probably for the front wheel. 2 keys. User manual. RTFM, right? Box numero dos. Charger. That's it. Not going to bore you with front end assembly, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right here. And now we're going to do the front wheel installation right here. Now we have our finished bike. Looks pretty dang good if you ask me. All black. Moment of truth. Let's see if this thing has any juice in it. Big fan of this big long seat. Now we can get our additional plastic out. Do we get power? I like this connector system though. Reminds me of the Ultra B. Power on. Oh, look at that, bro. How's that? Where's that coming from? What the heck, bro? Ground effects? Wait, that's kind of sick. Right, we're out here on the Throne SRPNT bike. Looks very good. I'm a fan of all black bikes. This one is no different, unfortunately. I ripped the seat already. Yes, indeed. Never have done this before. This seat is super soft. It's actually one of my, okay. That's an 18-wheeler, I was about to say. I'll just talk a little louder. One of my favorite parts about the bike is the seat. Blends into the design very well. It's very soft, so I ripped it. I've never ripped a seat putting it into my RAV4 before, but it's the first time for everything. That hurts. I ain't gonna lie, it hurts to rip the seat of your brand new bike before you even take it for its first spin. That's what we're doing right now, though. This bike has 3 modes. That's hyper. So, it's fun to be back on a Cybertruck. It's fun to be back on a bike again. I've been riding a lot of scooters and the Roadrunner Pro. I have another scooter video coming up that is also a scooter. Man, it's just Tesla Fest out here, man. So no shortage of scooting around. It's nice to be sitting back down on a bike. First thing I noticed about this bike is that the seating position is good. Doesn't feel too low. It kind of sits you up a little bit higher. Oh, it just power wheeled me right there. It sits up a little bit higher, kind of like a Talaria. The E-Ride Pro feels a little bit lower than this. I prefer being a little bit more upright, so this is great. Bike feels so peppy. Hold on a sec. We just kind of shredded it around for a second. This is a 72 volt bike with a 38 amp hour battery. The first thing I noticed when I was just kind of like handling it around is it feels very well sized. I'm not sure what the weight is. It doesn't really feel that heavy. If I had to guess, it's about the same as the E-Ride Pro, maybe a hair heavier. I haven't ridden my E-Ride Pro in a while, so that could just be completely wrong. It could be lighter, but something about it just feels very maneuverable. Like it pops up very easily. Seat's brand new, so it's a little slippery. We're in D mode. There's also a hyper mode. Oh, bro, this bike, it feels great. I'm very liberal with that term too, because obviously everything's gonna feel really good straight out of the box. I mean, right off the bat, there's a lot to like about this bike. I love the display. I love the price. I feel like it's very competitively priced. It's right there neck and neck with the E-Ride Pro nowadays. Well, let's be honest, that's a bike that I think anybody would be pitting this one up against. It sounds so interesting. You know, it sounds like that XQi new XQi, whatever that thing was called. It sounds like that bike kind of, but it feels much less sluggish. That bike honestly felt like very heavy and tankish. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but there's a brake test. Brakes do feel good. Always get straight to ride, and I don't even look at the parts. Let's see what we got going on down here. We got KKE suspension. I want to say it's the same suspension from the Light. I've never had complaints with KKE, so I don't have much to say there. I think this is a KKE rear shock 2. I mean, everything's brand new, so everything should feel good right now. 19 front and rear, ever so slightly thicker tire in the rear than the front. CST tires. I know some people hate those. Me personally, I'm probably the only guy on earth who doesn't mind CST tires. I feel like they're fine. Brakes look basically similar to the E-Ride Pro, beefier levers. I've had problems with my E-Ride brakes pretty much since the day I got it. I recently had to do a full replacement of the front end brakes by our friends over at Surron Motors, so shout out to them. Oh, this bike is just a wheelie machine. In the second mode, it just wants to wheelie, man. Let's try out hyper. Oh my gosh, okay. Hyper mode is like if you had the boost mode on the E-Ride Pro just constantly. Can you just keep it in hyper mode? I mean, it's almost too much torque. it's like, it just jerks you around. Hello. But seriously, it's like, that's for like racing your homeboy or something, like probably like a drag race scenario. It's very sensitive, almost dangerously sensitive. One thing about these e-bikes is that like, I don't like the throttle to be too sensitive to large increases in speed and power, and like a situation where you're not expecting it and you accidentally twist the throttle, boom, the bike goes shooting out from under you. Not a fan of that. You'll hear all types of opinions though about having less or more modes. Some people think less is better, some people think more is better. I'm still a fan of just eco and sport. I guess it's nice to have a second mode too though. This is very, you know what this really feels like? It's like a small Ultra B. That's the vibes I'm getting from it. It really feels exactly like riding the Ultra B, but just shrunken down a little bit. Now keep in mind, you won't get the same range as you will get in the Ultra B, obviously. And part of the Ultra B is the fact that it is bigger. So people like a bigger bike for, you know, their own reasons. We're gonna throw it into hyper mode and take off with traffic right here up Glendale Boulevard. I'm excited to see what it does. We're just gonna pin it too. I don't know if we'll be able to keep up with the speed. I hear a helicopter over there too. We might go that way towards Dodger Stadium. World Series coming up. Dodgers are in the World Series. Oh my God, bro, this thing just wheelies. I can't even. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's not that crazy once you get going. It's fast, so I feel like it's faster than the E-Ride Pro. I don't know if we can really max it out right here on Glendale. Let's try. Nah, we need more of a straight to hit that top speed, I think. We did hit about 40 right there, which is good. That is good. Once you hit past like 30, you feel it starting, the torque curve starting to flatten out a little bit. You know, this thing only has so much power. I'm not even sure how many kilowatts the motor has, but I mean, obviously anyone who's shopping, who's cross shopping this is gonna be cross shopping for an E-Ride Pro. And while that is my current favorite bike, it does have a few downfalls that I wish were different, and it seems like this bike is taking care of them. First off, the brakes. It's hard to say day one, but already feeling more confidence in these brakes the first time I'm out riding this bike than I did my E-Ride Pro the first or any time I rode that bike. I do like the 3 modes too. I'd probably keep this bike in D like forever. I wouldn't even ever need to use either of the other modes for anything, I think. Hyper is probably useful for some situations. Maybe if we need to get out of a rut, maybe we'll find a situation. Oh no, we got throttle grip. That ain't good. These grips are like plastic, which are nice because they won't wear out as fast as rubber grips. Most of the e-bikes come with rubber grips, which tear through really quickly, but they are grippier on your hand. So I personally prefer the rubber grips, but throttle grip is just not good at all. So we're gonna have to see what we can do about that. There's not a screw on this end too to tighten them down, so I don't know what we'd have to do to fix that throttle grip. We got a reverse button. To the majority of people, that's gonna be like a, okay, cool. But there's 3 things which I consider like, they're nice to have, but once you have them, it's hard to go back. The thumb throttle regen, super nice. Once I played around with that, I was like, oh my God, every bike needs to have this. A button for the headlights. This one has that. You can turn the headlights completely off if you want. Genius. Necessary at this point. Like, why not have it? I don't understand. And the third is a reverse function. They're just so like, it's like, why not implement those simple things? They probably cost nothing to manufacture, and everybody enjoys them when they have them. They become things that start off as like nice to have, but then it's like, you can't live without them once you have them for so long. So this has 2 out of 3, not bad. I would love to see a thumb regen. We're headed to Elysian right now. We're gonna do a little bit of off-road. We came out here lastly on the world's most powerful production scooter. We did some hill climbing. We may go climb a big steep hill if we get the chance to again. Scooter boys. More random thoughts as we're just riding around. Bike sounds good. It's not very rattly. Not hearing like a bunch of rattles. I mean, it shouldn't. It's brand new out of the box, so day one you would expect to not hear any rattles. Go back into hyper mode. So once you're past about like 20 miles an hour, hyper mode is not quite as aggressive, which I prefer. I don't think it should be like super invasive all the way through to the top speed. Maybe that's something that could be tuned. Oh, but see, look, when you're at like these low speeds, look at a kid bombing a hill on a BMX. He's got brakes, so take those brakes off. This throttle grip is screwing me up. I'm kind of getting nervous about this actually. We may have to exit stage left. We're gonna take this little route right here. I personally like, we're gonna put it back into D mode too, which is just the better mode for all things. Ooh, almost slipped out a little bit right there. Oh, so D has a top speed at 36. See, I would love to take that off. Well, I don't see a reason to have a top speed on this bike. So you have to be in H to hit the top speed. I think that's a little silly, you know, because when you're just pulling all day. So say you want to have the ability to hit your top speed at any given time. You got to be in H mode all the time, which means you always got to deal with the low end, you know, jumpy throttle, which I'm sure you could get used to, but I would prefer to not have to. I prefer to keep it in D mode, but now it looks like I can't do that. Just a note for the Throne development team. I think most people would appreciate if you could hit max speed in D mode. Like, why not, you know? Why not? Oh my God. See, look, right there. Kind of caught me by surprise, honestly. At the low speeds, you really feel that torque at the H. I don't know where this goes. Oh. Climbing that hill was not very fun in H mode. A little too torquey. I don't know where I'm at. Let's see how this thing does in a little bit of dirt. I don't have much dirt because we're in the city of LA. It's a semi-trail right here. If you're gonna do some real off-road riding, you'd want 16 in the rear. I think one of the only bikes that comes like that stock now is the new Sigma. Still not available, waiting on that. Oh, can't go this way. Let's see if we can just monster our way through. Now we can use our H mode. Oh, this is very deep. So like deep ruts. Not getting traction. Let's put it in a D. Come on, let's go, baby. Come on. Come on, you got it. You got it. Yep, let's go. Almost out of here. Yeah, we're dug in. We're dug in. Damn. Yep, very loose dirt right here. Not this bike's strong suit. It's getting in deep dirt, but then again, no bike's strong suit really is. Oh, what's that path go to? It's a little path right here. Where did that go to? Hopefully we didn't break anything. I think we got it. It's kind of steep. It's very loose. Oh, there we go. I have much less confidence without being able to fully grip this. My hand just tilts back like it's a second throttle. Don't get me wrong, folks. I'm trying to point out everything I noticed about this bike, but overall, I am currently impressed. I have a ton of dirt in my face now. This ain't the way we came up, is it? It's like another little path. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're getting this bike a little bit of a workout. Holy. There we go. Oh, we got a hill bomb. Oh. Okay. Passed a little bit of miniature off-roading with flying colors, I gotta say. That was that. We're just getting started, folks. We got a lot of riding to do. I'm still just getting a feel for this bike. So far, so good. I hate crossing the street, dude. People come speeding over here. Luckily, we got a bike with some power at the beginning. So, okay, there's a situation where H is useful. I wouldn't suggest you use it right there, but you could. All right, we're in H. We're going up Elysian Park. These switchbacks are scary. You never know when the car's coming up one of them. I love the sound of that motor though. It's like, it's unique, you know? All the e-bikes kind of sound the same, so when you get one that sounds different, you take notice. This one does sound different. It's nice just not have the exact same. Whoa, that turn is deceptive when you go into the sun. That's kind of sketchy. Alrighty, we got views of LA. Very nice. A little bit of a hazy day. Production. All right, so here's where we can try and get our top speed. Let's see if we can do it. 46, 50. Oh, we got a Cadillac slowing down on us too. All right, that kind of ruined our top speed run, so. Oh, look at this thing. It's got the old school Hummer. Sick. That's cool. All right, leg 2 of today's adventure. See if we can get through here without dying. There's a little off-road path this way, somewhere. I don't even remember exactly where it is, but we're gonna look for it. Damn, we're going into the sun though. I hate going this way. Oh, here it is. Dang, it's dirty now, man. Everyone's coming in here littering and stuff. Last time I was here was a while ago though. Maybe it's been like this. I mean, we're doing the lightest off-roading I could possibly do just to make this like a full test where we're gonna do some off-roading and then do some urban cruising next. But I mean, I was like, did I just hear a gunshot? And I remember I did, because the LAPD shooting range is right here. Y'all hear them gunshots here? Yeah, those are pistol rounds. Never heard a gunshot from a distance. Sounds like that. I have heard them Since I was a kid, because I lived in North Long Beach. Anywho, oh, we can go this way. Yeah, the only downfall is the battery. I feel like we're entering an era where 40 amp hour is kind of the minimum. To have anything less than that is somewhat of a hard sell, but you got to remember that one benefit of a smaller capacity battery is a little bit less weight. I don't know if this is actually lighter than the E-Ride Pro, but it feels lighter. Like, it feels just more, I don't know, controllable, flickable. At least it's not slacking in comparison to it. Views right here, folks. Beautiful. Because let's face it, that is like what this bike is directly going up against. I like that it's kind of got a few elements from everywhere, but I think most of the people shopping this are going to be comparing those two bikes. I mean, the thing about Throne is they're not a new company. They've been around for quite a while making bicycles. They're definitely new to the e-moto space. It seems like they kind of just jumped in out of nowhere. But I gotta say, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be with their first outing. I didn't expect to be disappointed right off the bat, but you know, usually like I see this in the electric mountain bike space all the time. Like a company that doesn't necessarily make that product jumps into it to like, you know, just have something in the space, and it's usually not very good, right? We've all seen the infamous Porsche and Ford electric mountain bikes. Or if you haven't, look them up. They're complete travesties. Those are big companies, so they can afford to take the loss if no one actually buys it, or maybe like it's part of a discount if you buy a car or something, whatever. But they're bad. This isn't exactly that. This is a perfect road to max this shit out on. We're gonna turn around and do it though. It's not like that, but it's somewhat similar, because you just wouldn't expect this company to come out with the e-moto, but you also just wouldn't expect it to be so good on the first run. Like it's not bad. I'm genuinely surprised. It is not bad. Yeah, we're gonna turn around and rip it up this road in a hyper. Let's see what speed we can get. This is all kind of uphill too, so uphill. I'm 205 pounds. Let's see what speed we can get. We're at 40. Coming up on 50. Oh. 51, 52. We started at 52. 52 is my top right there. We're gonna run it back going the other way, but that way's downhill, so it's gonna be a bit of a downhill advantage. I don't know where I can get a flat runway out here. We're gonna run it right back. Slightly downhill. Maybe we can take the average of both speeds. Full pull, hitting 40. 45, 50. There we go, now we're cooking. 55, 56, 55. That's about it, folks. That's with a slight decline as well. Not bad. I mean, I say this all the time. I'm not a top speed guy, so I will never, probably after just now, will never max this bike out again. I don't care to. It's important for buyers to know that though. A lot of people, you buy these bikes, you use them to commute to work. Some of you full on replace your cars with them. I would never go on a highway with one of these small e-bikes, but I mean, to each their own, you know, everybody feels comfortable with different stuff. So I hope that's you. Okay, hey man, you got it, bro. Hey, you're faster than this bike, I promise you. You got it. Yeah, so you know, we're definitely entering a specs war with the e-bike scene. It's like every month something new drops. There's something with you know, this crazy voltage, this crazy battery. I just want something that works every time I turn it on. But anywho, okay, where's our turnout? I think it's right here. Yeah. Okay, this is a pretty steep hill right here. Let's see if we just charge up it easily. Oh, we did that in eco mode too. I put it down. I thought I was putting it up. We're hitting the side route over here on the Legion. So yeah, I have a very short list of gripes. The main one being the D mode, unrestricted speed in D mode. You know, it may kill your battery a little bit quicker. By the way, I meant to do a Strava, forgot again. Right now we're at 75%. I would say that's about in line with what I'd expect. I think on my E-Ride Pro, I'd probably be around like 80%, maybe even slightly higher than that, but it is what it is. That's the trade-off you take when you get the smaller battery. 38 amp hours is, you know, anything in the 30s nowadays, it's like, pump it up, man. We got to get up to 40 minimum. Is it a deal breaker? I don't think so. I really don't think it should be, but for a lot of people, you know, is what it is. All right, where the hell am I? I think for the advantage it gives for the maneuverability of this bike, it's a trade-off that I think some people will be willing to make. Now, the other thing is that Throne is a California-based company. I believe they're down in Santa Ana. This is where we just start going completely off track of whatever we were trying to do today. So we're not gonna go that way. That's like, I don't even know if we're supposed to be up here. So I mean, if you're in California, first of all, you can get support from them directly from the factory. You know, if I had a problem with this bike, I have no doubts that they'd be able to fix it the same day. Hopefully that would apply to everybody, but I'm really nobody special at the end of the day. I just make YouTube videos, so hello, coming in hot. So yeah, that's gripe one down. Look at that view. Wow. Man, LA is nice sometimes, huh? Let's use our reverse mode. Another thing I like about the reverse mode, it activates instantly. On the Ultra B, you press it, You kind of have to wait for it to engage for a second, and then you can go. On this, it's pretty immediate. You know, it's pretty quick. There's a trail right here. It does say trespass, and I think we'll pass. So I mean, day one, take with a grain of salt, etc., but I really don't have much complaints about this bike. I'm more happy that I'm thoroughly surprised at how good it is compared to the fact that I thought it would be nothing special. It's just what it is when you're coming into the market and you have zero experience making that product. So did E-Ride too, but they're on V2 of their bike. So if you think about it, I'm putting this up against the V2 of the E-Ride. So if anything, the V2 of this bike is probably going to be exceptional. You know, hopefully Throne's here to stay in this segment, but I gotta say I am thoroughly impressed with their first offering. Small nitpicks, more good than bad though. Brakes, excellent. Let's do a full stop. Yeah, brakes are excellent, dude. Brakes are good. That's a like the main weak point of most of these smaller E-motos. Brakes just trash. I feel like all the companies are kind of wising up to the fact that it's just like, if that's your weak point, we're all gonna point it out, and no one's gonna want to deal with upgrading brakes. Like, it's just another step. It's another few $100s to spend on a new bike. No one wants to do it. So just put good brakes on from the jump. You're gonna have a lot more happy customers. They listen. The brakes on this are solid. All right, so now we're entering the city. Let's see how it fares in urban free riding. A little bit of stair bombs, whatever else we get into over here in Chinatown. This also has a street legal kit. As you can see, there's like buttons for a turn signal. I do not have that installed. I don't know if that's something that they even offer yet, but I'm sure if you ask Throne, they'll be able to provide you info. You may notice these wires I have too. Those are brake sensors. I have them taken out because I'm just not a fan. When you brake, it cuts off the throttle, so you can't throttle and brake at the same time. Hey, yo. Music video shoot going down or something like that. I don't know. Hey man, get how you live. He's got his girl out there filming for him too. That's a real one. Let's actually cut back. I don't want to have to cross another street. We're gonna pass my homie rapping one more time. Look at this. Look at this lady filming the guy rapping. He's doing that and she's like, what is going on? Oh, LA, man. LA is like a random NPC event generator paradise. If you just want to like people watch, there's no better place to do it than LA, man. There's always some weird stuff going on. Well, we put 10, okay. I forgot this bike has an odometer. Obviously they all do. So we've done 10 miles because we started today with 22 miles on the odometer. So on this video, we've done 10 miles. We did a fair amount of climbing and we're almost down to 70%. I don't think that's that bad, honestly. You know, it's pretty much, like I said again, in line with what I'd expect on the E-Ride. I'm gonna try just keeping it into hyper mode for a little bit. It's just very, like, I feel like if one wrong twist of the throttle, especially because I got this throttle grip issue, could end in disaster. But I guess we'll see. It'll be on video. City riding is where I expect this bike to really have its strong suit. Like, I'm sure if you slap some supermoto tires on this thing, it'd be great. You know, I ride things as they come. I am the stock bike enjoyer. I don't change a thing usually. Whatever the bike is, how it's stock, that's how I ride it, folks. I love stock bikes. I hate changing things because I always break them. So when a bike is good stock, that's a good thing. Oh man, kid almost ran away from dad and into traffic. No bueno. Oh bro, this thing is a little rocket. It really is. No, it's quick. It is quick. It is satisfyingly quick. I feel like I'm about to notice it even more now that we're out here in the city. Wonder if we could do the biggest stair climb. Let's see. Oh man, this could be disastrous, folks. Let's see if we can do it in D. Oh no, I don't think so. I feel like hyper's gonna make me backflip. Oh no, we got it. Let's see if we can get the last one. Oh man. Folks, that takes more skill than it looks. I promise. It's harder than it looks to do, to climb up all these stairs. Let's go back down. So far, nothing broken, which is good. Oh God, we're in H. No, we're in E. I don't even know. Oh God. Okay. Back to H. Man. No, this bike is a thrill. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's very good. Oh boy, hello. Yeah, see, H is just kind of impractical for the majority of city riding because you always start off slow when you're riding in the city usually, and just getting yanked away like that is troublesome. But merge into traffic here, we're gonna hit lower grand. We have some type of rattling developing. I don't know. It's probably, sure, nothing's loose on this bike. I tightened every single bolt I could find. Could be a little bit of chain slap. I don't know. Suspension feeling good too. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about riding a heavier bike with the KKE suspension, but I mean, I have no complaints. We barely did any type of actual off-roading, but I mean, it survived. I didn't feel uncomfortable on it one bit or like I was in any type of danger. That could be the bare minimum, and you know, it may take a more talented rider to fully test it off-road, but no complaints here. Anyways, We're heading down through Lower Grand. We're gonna try and beat some of this traffic if we can too. This is the fastest hill bomb in the city. If you're on a bicycle, if you're on an e-moto, you know, it's kind of just like going down a hill. Yeah. Oh, the Mini Cooper almost got off the bus. Nasty. Yo. Damn, bro, it's gridlock right now. Y'all see this? This is the most traffic I think I've seen. It's getting darker earlier, so I always think in my head it's like 6:37. It's probably, I don't even know what time it is. I don't have my watch. Damn, this is a takeover spot now? Y'all see the donut marks? What the hell? Oh, downtown is turned into Gotham City. All right, final verdict for most street riding, the H mode, I just am not digging it. It's for a very specific time, and it kind of leads me back into thinking I think 2 modes would be more ideal, even for this bike, with the amount of power it puts down. Like the H mode, it throws another letter into the mix that is not necessarily needed. I think 2 modes are the sweet spot for most of these bikes that are not like absurdly powerful. If there's an app, I don't know if this bike has an app actually, it may. If it has an app where you can tune H to be not so jumpy at the first, you know, like 5-10 miles an hour, or if you do want more torque in the D mode, you can probably do that too. I think would serve this bike well though. All right, let's move into the city. We're approaching Westlake. Okay, so my thoughts probably sound very scrambled this video, but I think I touched on everything I wanted to, right? Like, there's a little bit of uniqueness to it. They took some things from the Ultra B. They took the reverse, which nobody is really adding to their bike for whatever reason. I don't know why it's not unanimously used at this point. A thumb regen throttle would be awesome. It has a light switch. The seating position is great. The seat is awesome. The fact that you can shift your body all the way to the back or to the front, depending on what you're doing, or if you're like me, sometimes you ride for like 5-6 hours in a day and your butt cheeks start getting super uncomfortable. It's nice to be able to sit in a variety of ways so you're not just putting pressure on the same spot in your tailbone all day. Big thumbs up on the seat. Big thumbs up on the display. Display is awesome. Suspension is good. What else? I don't know, folks. I think I got most of my thoughts out. I don't think this is going to be my last video on this bike too. It is in the stable, so I will be taking it out here and there. We're currently at 65% after 13 miles with a solid amount of climbing. Let's be very generous and say I did 1,000 feet of climbing. I don't know if that's even, probably not accurate at all, but let's say overall today I'll probably have done 1,000 feet of climbing. 12 miles is 35%, so that would mean 24 miles would be approximately 70% of the battery. I feel like, you know, bikes have a spec range, but once you hit 10%, you're on your way home. So realistically, you got from 100% to 10% to do your riding, right? So, I mean, we're looking at like a 30-something mile range. I think, honestly, it's fine. Because it's a slightly smaller battery, it just is what it is, you know? That's one of the trade-offs you get when you get the smaller battery. Oh boy. Welcome to MacArthur Park. Pretty crazy. It's also got some of my favorite free ride spots, so yeah, that's why I come here. Funnily enough, this side of the park is all like families and pickup soccer games. That side is crackheads. Yeah, LA, folks. So I think to summarize my thoughts, like the fact that the bike is not expensive is why I'm able to so easily recommend it. These companies can make any excuse they want to make their bike over $5,000, but the competition is just getting stiffer and stiffer. So it's like you either price yourself very competitively or no one's gonna buy it. Like there's no in between. There's absolutely no in between left. You're either competitive or no one's gonna buy it. And it's only gonna get more and more competitive. Oh, we bottomed out a little bit right there on the seat. Oh my gosh, dude. This bike is every single bit as fun to ride as my E-Ride is though. And my E-Ride is easily my favorite bike to ride right now. This is just as good. It's just as fun to ride in every sense, I'll say that. It's a blast, dude. This thing is actually way more fun to ride than I thought. So just blast around on. We're still in D. I still think D is the sweet spot for this bike. Oh man, dude, no, I'm thrilled to ride this bike a little bit more in the coming weeks. Get more of a feel for it. Do an updated video once we've broken it in a little bit. Go on some more rides and see how it holds up over time. Well, folks, that's gonna do it, man. Not a bad first run from Throne with the Serpent, dude. Bike's pretty good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. You can find this bike linked in the description along with hicksfam.com. We're running a promotion that ends December 1st. If you want to get involved with that, make sure to check that out. Anyways, that's the Throne Serpent. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. See you in the next one very soon. Peace.